So We Happy Few just got released a few days ago. I have been playing maybe 4 or 5 hours of it, and I'm loving it so far. The intro mission is fantastic. It really set the tone and the atmosphere. You knew exactly what the storyline was about as soon as the game started. But obviously the game does have flaws. It's in its pre-alpha stage, so I'm not going to go ahead and shit on it for having bugs and whatnot. You can only expect that. I'm going to go ahead and throw out some suggestions because I want to see this game succeed, and I'm going to throw out some suggestions as to what it can do to be better.
There you are. You nearly missed the piñata. It's the most adorable Spanish custom. Uncle Jack did a whole show.
So most of the quests in these games don't actually tell you where you have to go. You just have to kind of know exactly where you have to go by pure guessing, essentially. The main quests tell you where to go, but I'll talk about that later. Say, for example, you walk up to a stranger and he gives you a quest. He'll ask you to go retrieve something for you, but it won't actually tell you where that is on the map. You just have to kind of hope you have to know exactly where that is, and I feel like that is really detrimental to the game's performance. I want to be able to know exactly where to go to do it. I don't want to have to search. I mean, some quests, obviously, require you to search, but in ones where the guy will tell you exactly where to go, it won't put it on the map. So he'll tell me where to go, and I won't know where that is. The main quests do have the markers on the map from the get-go. Up the top of the screen, there's a bar that has north, east, southwest, and that's really your only way to know exactly which direction you're going. You have to manually look at your map, see which direction the objective is, then use that compass up the top to know exactly which direction you can have. I'd like to see a Bethesda game-esque type bar highlight exactly where you want to go, and it will put that up on the compass for you, so you can always walk towards that main quest, because at the moment, not even the quests are showing up there. The only thing that's showing up there, little stranger quests and rooms that are in your immediate vicinity. The next thing that I want to talk about is the meters. As soon as the game starts, you'll notice that you have a food bar, a water bar, a sleeping bar, and obviously a health bar. But I feel like the food bar, the water bar, and the sleep bar are a little bit too unnecessary. I understand that the game wants to create that feel for you. You know, these people have rejected their joy pills, they're struggling to stay alive, they want food, they want water, and so we're in that society as well. So that makes perfect sense, but I feel like it's just too detrimental to the game. I want to be able to do these quests without having to worry too much about needing to drink water or eat some food, because at the moment I feel like those bars deplete way too quickly, and I'll be walking over to a quest and I'll notice that I need to sleep, so I have to just completely say no to that quest and then go home and then sleep, and then as soon as I go out there I need to eat, so I have to go find some food, and then the cycle begins anew. The bars I feel like could benefit if they had a reason why they were depleting, not just constantly depleting. Say your food bar is only depleting while you choose to sprint. Sprinting comes at a cost. At the moment, the only time that your sprinting will be detrimented is when you're tired and the bar just becomes shorter, which doesn't really make as much sense to me. It's way too damning on you. And at the moment, the quests seem to not be rewarding enough. The little stranger quests that you get, you go and do them, and the person rewards you with like a rock or a feather, and it's just absolutely pointless. There's no need for it at all. They're almost useless. Not to mention that the quests are hard enough to do because you don't know exactly where you're going. And once you've done those quests, why? Why do I want this feather from you? Give me some XP. Introduce a character leveling system. Perks that will make my food meter decrease slower, because at the moment the food meters are decreasing way too quickly, and the health packs are way too hard to find. More often than not, you'll be running on less than half health, because the health doesn't increase on its own. And so I progressed through the game a little bit, and I got to the land where the people are on their joy pills permanently, and it was awesome. It was a new mechanic. You know, you took this pill and everything changed. The world changes. It actually adapts to you taking the pill, and it becomes brighter and more visually appealing to create this happy feel. You know, these people are on joy. You know exactly what they're on. I thought that was brilliant. But that joy pill just depletes way too quickly. So more often than not, you're just running around in Joytown without joy. And the only way you can stay out of the public's eyes, because they will recognize you if you're not on Joy, and the only way to not cause a scene is to sit down and read a newspaper, or so I happen to find, or just stay out of their sight in general, which is almost impossible during the day because there's that many people on the streets. So as soon as you stand up, you have a good 10 seconds before they will crack onto you and start coming to punch you, and the police will chase you, and you can bribe the police with your alcohol and they'll leave you alone. But at that point, there's more than one person who's just chasing you, so it's too hard to get away. So you'll be running away from these people in Joytown just to stay alive, and then you'll notice that you need to sleep. So what do you have to do? You just have to make that trek all the way back home. And I feel like this game's just way too punishing. The meters deplete too quickly, and they need to introduce a leveling system if they want to make it that open world RPG type game is what they seem to be going for. I'd like to see them give a more linear storyline to the game, like how the intro mission was, because the intro mission was flawless. I was blown away by it. It was perfect. It was really cool. I knew exactly what the storyline was about as soon as the game started. But then the open world, they just completely threw all that away. The storyline is really hard to follow out in the open. I'm not really sure what I'm trying to do. You know, you want to get into Joyland, but why? Why do I want to go there? But that's obviously understandable. They haven't made much progress on the game. It's obviously a pre-alpha, so I'm not going to say there's a lack of content, because obviously that's expected. And so if they can just introduce some of those things into the game, I think We Happy Few is going to be a standout game and one that everyone should be looking forward to. Thank you very much for watching. I am Chuck from Games.com. Subscribe for more news, views, and reviews.